Hi, everybody. Hi, Yaya. Hi, Coco. Hi, Tina.
Hello.
Hi, guys. Everybody, can you hear us all? Just want to make sure that we're actually live and I'm not talking to the fucking ether. What's up, May? Are you gonna start shit today? May Jr. might join you. Hi, Sue. So we're just gonna jump right into it. I gotta play my little countdown timer so that all the notifications go out, but I'll be back in just a minute. Easy. Easy. I ain't fucking around.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. So I wanted to really quick go over just a couple things before I play this video. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hit the like. Thank you, Christina. I always forget about that. So if you just minimize chat and click that thumbs up, that would really help me out. I appreciate it. Not necessary, but I do appreciate it. Hey, Velma. Hi, Miss Fletcher. So like the first few minutes of these lives are usually like a little bit of banter, and that is to give YouTube enough time to send out notifications that we've gone live. So we're just going to spend the first couple of minutes going over a couple things that I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about. Let me get Yogi his little treat. Hold on. Here you go, Yogi. All right. I went through the FBI posters a couple weeks ago and made it like a little slideshow, and then I never showed you guys. So I wanna look at the FBI posters with you guys, and I wanna get your feedback on the panel, obviously, on if you think it means anything. All right. So this is the front page of the FBI most wanted website. And I know a lot of people have made kind of a big deal about the fact that Sebastian was on this main page, the most wanted page. In reality, it doesn't mean anything. This is like the main category for everybody that's missing, wanted, kidnapped, whatever. And everybody just falls into a category, right? As you can see, we have a terrorist, most wanted, crimes against children, a violent crime, a missing child. So, a missing child being on the most wanted front page is not unusual. And I keep getting questions about that. And why do you think Sebastian was most wanted? Well, it just adds everybody. When they're added to the FBI system, it adds everybody to it. So it doesn't, I don't think it means anything. And I just wanted to show that real quick. And then, so this is Sebastian's, okay? And I want to read it and we're going to talk about it. The FBI is offering a reward. I copied and pasted this, okay? The FBI is offering a reward of up to $50,000 for information leading to the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Okay, so 50 grand whereabouts, right? Now the next one is Elijah. And I made this little presentation when Elijah was still presumed missing. Now, if you don't know the Elijah story, his mom and her mom's boyfriend are in jail currently for abuse, for chronic child abuse. And so I think most people who followed Elijah kind of suspected well, downright knew basically that the mom and the boyfriend were responsible. His is worded totally different. Okay. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $15,000 for information leading to the location and return of Elijah Vu and or the arrest and conviction of the individuals with an S involved in his disappearance. Isn't that interesting, you guys? So Sebastian just says where he's at. Where is he? Elijah is and the conviction of the individuals involved in his disappearance. Now, I think we can all agree that law enforcement also suspected that the mom and the boyfriend were responsible. Is his worded this way because of that?
It very well could be.
And if that's the case, and you guys, I'm making a huge leap here. Please understand, this doesn't mean anything. I'm not law enforcement. I'm just an idiot, okay? Does that mean that they think the investigation, right, that Sebastian, there is no foul play? Maybe smitten, maybe. That very well could be. I don't know. I'm asking the questions. I don't know. I just found it interesting based on what we know about Elijah. Right. No, you know what I mean, Brenda. I'm not a professional is what I mean. Hi, JC. I just thought it was interesting and I kind of wanted to go through them. So Elijah's was 15 and I think that they suspected, well, I'm pretty sure we all did, that mom and boyfriend had something to do with it, right?
Yep.
This one is another 50,000. I had to dig. I wanted to find somebody that had a big reward. And this one is Tabitha Danielle Tutors. And she went missing from Nashville in 2003. And this one says the FBI is offering a reward of up to 50,000 for information leading to the recovery of Tabitha. Does that mean anything, you guys? How these are worded? Now,
well, the recovery is definitely going to mean something. That means
yeah,
they're going to recover. They want to recover her.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, Steven, what's up, baby? Oh, you remember this, Stephanie? Her? Maybe because it's been so long, sure. But they clearly don't suspect that she is maybe like in Phoenix or something living her best life, right? They clearly suspect something happened to her. Right, Pac. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Just because Sebastian's $50,000 for the information leading to the whereabouts. I don't know. This makes me really hopeful, you guys. Where Elijah, where they knew there was foul play, it includes and or the arrest and conviction of the individuals involved. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Nene. Like maybe they're telling us something without really telling us. Or is it just the way the agent that typed it up that day wrote it? These are things I don't know the answers to, but I thought it was kind of interesting discussion-wise, right? Like this one says kidnapping up on top. The other ones just say missing. This one says kidnapping. They're offering $20,000 for the information leading to the recovery, alive or deceased, of Joshua Keshaba Sierra Garcia. This one has no reward. I just took random one, you guys. Like that's, I wanted just to get like a sample of things. This one is the FBI is offering a reward of up to $5,000 for information that leads to the whereabouts. Additional, I should say her name, Dulce Maria Alvarez. Additional reward money may be available. So this one's $5,000 and it's worded just like Sebastian's except for the additional part. I don't know. I just thought the way Elijah's was worded, based on the foul play aspect, right? Everyone suspected foul play with Elijah. I mean, I think there was no question. But with Sebastian's, I don't know, it makes me hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that Dulce girl, she was taken from a park.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd made a video about her the other day.
Okay. Interesting. So is that recent, Niho?
Oh,
it was in 2019.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, okay.
I remember Dulce. I remember the convenience
Ada.
store pictures and video.
Yeah. Yeah, Ada. A recovery means they want to recover the remains. I don't know. I just thought, maybe we could start out the presentation with some hope, like maybe they think he left on his own and is, I don't know. I mean, listen, stranger things have happened. We just learned about Alicia Navarro, right? Is that her name? Nikki, the girl that went from Phoenix.
Alicia Navarro.
Yeah. And she disappeared 4 years ago, and they found her in Montana, and she was like, I'm fine. I'm 18 now. Leave me alone. And she was 14 when she disappeared. Around the same age as Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, you guys. I'm just trying to be hopeful, right? And maybe I'm reading way too much into things. Maybe, you know what, Fletcher? You're right. Yeah. And that's a thing too, right? Like 50,000 is a lot of money, right?
It is.
And they're offering that with Tabitha too. I don't know.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about these other cases at all, so I'm not really helpful.
No.
Okay, so we have tonight this pretty great video. I'm gonna pause it real quick. Of helicopter footage the night, or I'm sorry, from, let me actually put a different banner up. Let's do that one instead. This footage is from the day after, so 2/27, and it's pretty remarkable, and I think it will help us remember what it looked like in his neighborhood when the day he went missing, right? We have our maps and we go over our maps all the time, but the map relies on Google Images, and the imagery for the maps hasn't been updated in quite some time. So on my map, you'll notice the construction zone. There's no houses, right? But on the helicopter footage from that day, man, it's really built up. It's really built up. And also we can get a sense of the police presence, the urgency, the amount of people that were looking for Sebastian. I know, Leopard, Crabtree goes out every day and we're able to see what it looks like right now, which is awesome, right? Hey, what's up, girl? Hey, voice.
Yeah, in the cold of winter.
But
and it's
in the cold of winter, right?
Yeah.
It's totally different. Now, I did notice in watching this video that the streets seem kind of wet.
Uh-huh.
And so I went to like the Farmer's Almanac. I went to a couple different places and I couldn't tell if it was raining. But Crabtree and I were talking a few days ago about the kid with the bag over his head from the dispatch call. We were just shooting the shit, brainstorming and stuff.
Yeah.
Was it raining? Do you guys know? I couldn't tell on the weather report.
That's the first thing I noticed when we were, looking at this, and the asphalt looks wet to me. So that's why I also wondered if it had been raining, that would even make more sense why there would be a bag on the head.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at this, you guys. Let's take a look at this. This is from the Nashville News 5. They were live on Facebook, and I ripped it off that. Just and not to steal it or anything like that, but you never know if they're going to delete shit or whatever. I just wanted a copy of it, so I ripped it off of their Facebook. It wasn't raining that night. Okay. But it was raining that day. Is that right? 27 rain. 20 Oh, okay. So it rained the night of the 26th, but not the night of the 25th. Okay. So the rain really doesn't come into play with the disappearance at all. It was the next day. Okay, thanks guys. I
Right.
appreciate that. So let's get into
Okay.
it. Now, at any time, if the comments or the panel want me to pause, let me know. Who's here? Oh, Gianna's fashionably late. There she is. Look at her.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
If you guys want me to pause to like talk about something or go back a little bit, just holler. I'm going to turn the sound like all the way down so that we don't hear the helicopter. So please feel free to speak up, okay? I want to hear
Alright.
some sound. I want to hear some sound, but not a lot. So there's the neighborhood. So this is the house. Wait. Yeah. This is the gazebo right there. You can see the gazebo. You can see the home where Sebastian lives. Like already. It was warm that day and freezing that night, rain the next day. So a lot of people are saying it was freezing, Stephanie, and I couldn't find that. It was like 50 degrees at night. Maybe the weather thing that I'm reading is wrong.
Well, and I had heard that too, but when I was talking to Stephen earlier today, he said it was in the 30s, he thought. So
Oh, maybe it
that
was.
could be
Maybe it
just
was.
above or below freezing, depending on how.
Yeah, maybe the
Oh.
report is wrong. And listen, I am willing to concede that the report's wrong, right? But look at the trees in comparison. So if they're drone searching without thermal,
Yeah, they could see a lot better.
they can see a lot better, right? They can see a lot better than we can today. Warm during the day, night cold. Okay. Right. In fact, Marie, didn't we all speculate that they upgraded the endangered child alert to amber because of the weather, because it was a cold front was coming? So it was warm when he left, or I'm sorry, when he disappeared.
Mhm.
And then a cold front was approaching, and we all kind of speculated that they upgraded it to an amber alert because the cold front that was like approaching. I'm trying to go back in time, right? I'm trying to go back in time, like in my mind.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. I think that's what.
Yeah. Hey, Striker. Okay, so but it's interesting to look at the trees and to be able to see things. And one thing I learned from Stephen Crabtree and Cletus, Clue's fiance, is that the thermal drones, and Stephen can correct me, the thermal drones will, obviously they'll see through the trees, but if the density of the branches are really like thick and whatnot, they can struggle. Is that right, Stephen? I don't want to misspeak, but that was my understanding in our talk. Because I was like,
He
well,
said
wouldn't
that's
thermal,
correct.
I think that was from before I said something.
Like
But anyway,
density.
okay.
What you mean, like density of the trees? Like if it's like a Christmas tree looking tree, or
No,
one that's
no,
like less.
like a thick branch,
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
the dense, like a big
So like the
log or whatever.
actual thickness of. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, yeah. They can, Pam, but the problem, I mean, drones are incredible. Drones are incredible. And they can get in places probably we can't, but the operator flying that drone is going to struggle flying through trees. I mean, that's some video game action, right? Like that would be wild. They usually fly above that, right? I don't know that they actually go down into ditches, but I do know, I think when I was speaking with Stephen Fisher, I think he said either him or Crabtree are bringing an underwater drone too, which is hella cool. I mean, I think that's going to be cool. So this is that construction site, you guys. Oh, you are. Okay, cool, Stephen. This is that construction site. I mean, look at those homes. It is so different from the imagery that we have. Like when you're looking at like a Google map, it is so different. And there's the ponds. You can see a couple ponds.
Mm-hmm.
Now the pond that they hit on is kind of right center of screen in the new, or I'm sorry, well, let me see if they show a better shot. I don't know if they're going to show. Can you guys see my mouse or no?
No.
I don't know if
No.
they can see my mouse. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See the tree line that divides the neighborhoods?
Mm-hmm.
Center of screen, go right. And that it's too hard to point out but it's along the tree line closer to the dirt area. That's the retaining pond they hit on. I don't know if we're going to get a good shot of it, but
maybe when it turns around, we'll have a better view. No, never mind.
I know. It just looks so different, right? Okay. So that's their house with the white van in the driveway. It really did, Dan. It really did it. It panned exactly at the wrong moment. Figures, right? So there's the house. That's Sebastian's home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whose cars these belong to. I don't know who, but I do know that's the Brinks van. I don't know if Chris Proudfoot was back from picking up the camper. I don't think so because I don't see the camper. I don't know where Seth's truck is, but Seth could be driving around, and we we heard that he spent the first couple of days at the house. And I know because the comments are already starting. Where's his truck? Where's his truck? Why isn't his truck there? He said he was there. Well, he could be driving around. He could be at the command center, which we're going to see here real soon. He could be anywhere. He could be at his house getting clothes. He could be, doing other things in order to come back. But just because he's not parked there right now. Okay, thank you, Crabtree.
Since we've got it paused right here,
thank you. I wondered about that.
This is where some of the dogs picked up the first day or two. The front door, if you go to the right of the house, you can see it a lot better because the trees are pretty much have nothing on them. But to the right, down the side of the house, and then through the backyard. Just wanted to point that out. If y'all see, front of the house, to the right, down the side. That's kind of the trail the dogs went.
I can show that real quick. I have that actually.
Right.
I can show
Yeah.
that real quick.
That sounds good.
Oh, did I hide that slide? Oh, I guess I hid that slide. Well, dang it.
Mm-hmm. You want
Did
me
I
to
put
take
it here?
take a?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
1 second. Give me just a second. Slides. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have that slide. Shit.
That's okay. We can maybe get to it later after they play this if you want to.
Yeah. Okay.
I think with it, with there being no leaves and it's pretty,
Mm-hmm. 1 second. 1 second, because I thought I had it today. Did I put it in the Amber Alerts? That would be wild if I did that. No, I didn't. Okay, that's all right. I think Marie says, I think the alert was because of info they got and medical. Yeah, I think that could be too, for sure, Marie. In fact, when you read the Tennessee Amber Alert thing, it does say based on additional information or something along those lines. So yeah, that could 100% be 100%. So there's that ditch, you guys. See the gazebo up at the top?
Mm-hmm.
And that
It
ditch?
doesn't look so deep from there.
Not from here, but when I talked to Crabtree, he said
It was a good 5 feet, right?
he said it was a good little ditch. Let's go back. I mean, look at that. That's pretty deep. Maybe that's what he was talking about. That sinkhole area there.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
And that's around the area closer to the home where the dogs hit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back. So that ditch is about where those dogs were. And you can find that on my map if you guys want to go look.
Oh, it looks much bigger when they zoomed out there for a second.
I'm not zoomed out. It's the stupid camera.
Yeah, when they zoomed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Jan. It does look deep, Salty. I agree.
Yeah, see?
See how deep it looks?
It does.
I think it's for water, like no leaves on the trees at all, right? So that home right there on the corner of with the white truck in the boat,
Mm-hmm.
that's the house that got the captured what we're all calling the flashlight video, which law enforcement has says the garbage truck. And right above the garage, it's kind of pointing at that gazebo over to the right. I don't know, Rapunzel. That's a good question. The lights were seen in the ditch area by Sebastian's home. That ditch runs. I wish maybe is there another? I wish they would zoom out a little bit.
Me too. So if we can't get a good look at it, then maybe when we get done, we can show on the map and go back to that.
Yeah,
but
sure.
On the corner of that house, which I think is this one right.
Actually, hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
No, keep going.
Go ahead.
Maybe that's not the right
No,
house.
it's okay. I'm getting my map just to show it real quick before
Okay,
we.
okay. Yeah, so the corner of that house, that's where the camera project, like the projected path goes where the flashlights were seen is up between where that ditch is, between those houses to really pretty much the back of the Proudfoot's home. That's kind of where we would, I guess it's speculated that those were the flashlights. Yeah.
So do you guys see the red? Okay, so the purple is the ditch. Okay, that's the ditch. Okay, the yellow triangle is like a really amateur approximation of the view of the camera. Okay. And the red path next to the Proudfoot residence is where the dogs kind of went. And I drew that based on the description Chris Proudfoot gave the narc divers on that recorded call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we believe the flashlight video is just to the left of the ditch.
When I listened to
Let me
that
zoom in a
dog,
little bit.
okay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So when I listened to the audio again, when he's talking about dogs, he talks about, the first set of dogs, how they hit at the retention pond. That's their path. But then they got caught. So if you see her yellow line right here that goes up at the
Through the
top,
house.
through the house. Yeah. So the dogs start at the front, they go down the side, they go diagonal. It's kind of a crazy pattern, but then they hit where that yellow line starts and they end up on McKellen Lane right
So
here.
this yellow line here is just a straight line. It's going to go through houses, you guys. It's not supposed to be accurate because
Right.
I don't know what path they took to the retention pond. But
He
this
said they
yellow
went
line here
and they hit
goes
at the
to this
retention
pond right here,
Yes.
which is now dry.
Right.
There's another pond here, and that's what I thought was the retention pond at first. But apparently it's this one.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know for sure.
I thought it was too, but isn't that the one that Steven said still had water in it? That one up there?
I don't know. It's kind of muddy, Jan. It's a little muddy. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Salty. Me too. I think that's incredible. In fact, it's so funny you say that, Salty, because I've had that marked on my map. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But
I absolutely think it's possible.
Didn't Chris and Seth both tell us that those are not flashlight videos or flashlights
did.
because they've seen the video?
Well, Seth said actually that the TBI refused to share it with him. I have a screenshot of that conversation.
Okay, well, Chris is the one that says they
Right. Right. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
just watched
did.
that interview yesterday.
They said they saw a footprint at that pond, Newly, correct? In the
Yeah.
dispatch call.
Yes.
Once dogs got to the pond, no, that's the crazy thing, J Hud. Well, let me rephrase. They haven't told us. Right, Martin. Right, Marie. Right. I think the gate he did, but he also was in YouTube comments going, they refused to show the video to him. He's an unreliable narrator. I think he forgets things, mixes things up. I'm not sure, but Seth says one thing and he also says another. So it's hard for me to.
Yeah, Jan.
Yeah, in fact, yeah. Clue went out here, what, 2 nights ago, and she and Cletus drove down Ward Lane, and I'm like, turn the lights off. And she's like, bitch, okay. So she turned the lights off. It's dark, you guys. That shit is dark back there. And I mean, let me go back. There is nothing back there. Like, it is.
No, and no cameras. And I'm going to interject for a second. So if you were in Steven's live earlier on TikTok, this is what we were talking about when we're looking in regards to his search today. And where that path would have been for the person that fit Sebastian's description that was seen, and where we think that path started, and it would have been at the slot gate right here.
Now, Clue did say, because we looked at the moon, right? The moon on the night Sebastian went disappearing was like 94%. The moon the night that Clue was driving around was 87%.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
So it's pretty similar circumstances.
Sure.
And she said even with her lights off, she could see like reflections of rocks and things from the moon. So there was just enough light. Yes, J-Hud, correct. No. Nobody was seen that night. No. I don't know if there was cloud cover or not. Seth said in an interview I watched last night that he no longer believes it's a trash truck. Interesting. Tiny. Would you send that to me on TikTok? Or email me a link to it? If you have it. If not, it's fine. I can find it. But if you can just send me a link, I would love to log that. Because I've got, the comment where he said the FBI or the TBI wouldn't share it with him.
And then he
There was
also, he has said
Go
in
ahead.
an interview, he said that he saw.
He did. Yes.
Yeah, he said he saw the video.
Yep.
And that the timestamp was broke at that time.
Right.
And
Yep.
stuck. So this
Yep.
is what I'm saying. Like, no offense, because I'm not on any of the parent side, as everybody that knows that already follows me. But this is what I'm talking about with these parents and these
Right.
back and forth statements.
Right. It's unreliable, right? And so I think that's probably why Seth got like a spokesperson and stuff, because he's just all over the place, And again, I don't know what it's like to have a missing child. I'd probably be fucking crazy too. This isn't a criticism, it's just the way it is.
Sure. Yeah. I can't imagine.
Know, I understand that part, but like I would still be telling the truth and
Oh, I know.
like
I know.
truth doesn't change whether they did something or they're just, like I said in the beginning too of this case, maybe they just feel bad for an argument that took place or something they said to him, and not necessarily did something. And maybe that's what can cause some of these lack of information and then too much information, because there is a thing where you're asked a question and you give too much information. It's a little weird.
Mm-hmm. You know what else though? I think too. I think Seth was trying to rile up people. Like, law enforcement's not talking to me. They won't show me the video. Yada yada yada. So people would make a big stink.
Yeah, because he kept going online repeating all kinds of stuff, even if he really was.
Yeah.
Right. So, all right, let's go back to the video. But yeah, the map, you guys, the map is available. It's in my link tree. It's on the spreadsheet. And let me stop that.
Well, look at all of our faces here. What's up?
Lord, I accidentally turned my
What's
I accidentally turned my camera on for a second, and it was like not a good angle, like at all.
You won't see me if I did turn mine on because I'm laying in the dark.
So today I got tagged in a Reddit thread. I just want to show you guys an update real quick. Of somebody that made a master interview sheet of all the interviews. And so I posted on Reddit And I was like, hey, that's a really great job. Like, is it okay if I link to your spreadsheet in my spreadsheet? Because my spreadsheet's like the timeline, right? And the guy was like, yeah, go for it. Yours is more in depth. And I referenced it for certain clips. Mine was just mainly interviews, but it turned into a little bit more. Feel free to share and use reference however you need. Your spreadsheet was my inspiration. So now if you go to my spreadsheet, you're going to see a new tab called Master Interviews. And there, if you click it, it will, you're not going to see it on StreamYard because I'm not sharing that window yet. I fucking hate that. I swear to God, I fucking hate that. But he did a great job and I want to show it to you guys. Share. So he put a link to my spreadsheet and his, and I put a link to his and mine so that you can go back and forth. And this is a master link or master sheet of just all the interviews, and that's all it is. Boom, boom. It's great. So our two spreadsheets are working hand in hand and we're collaborating, and that's the point of crowdsourcing. It's not taking credit for anything or I did this and you did that. No, it's a collaboration. Oh, is that you? All right, sweetheart. You're my girl now. That's what crowdsourcing is. It's working together, right? It's working together. And she was happy to do that. So if you go to my spreadsheet, you'll see a link for the master interviews and you can click on her spreadsheet. You really do, Stephanie. Reddit is great. I love Reddit. It gets a bad rap, but
It does.
it depends on
hate Reddit.
where you're at. I love Reddit. I love reading.
There's
I would
a
rather read.
lot of stuff on
than-
there with true crime and all kinds of stuff. It's not as bad.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a good resource. I
Yeah,
think.
so follow her on YouTube, you guys. I don't know if she's a content creator or not, but follow her on YouTube. You can find her spreadsheet in my spreadsheet, and you can find my spreadsheet in her spreadsheet. Yeah, Angie, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. You really do. But I've been on Reddit for decades, so.
Let me respond to Tiny's comments. Where to go? Tiny, I agree with you. However, opinions and ones that state that they saw it, you can't change that. He said he's seen it and the timestamp was this and that his now new interview or an interview that where he says he doesn't believe it to be, he didn't have an opinion on it in the beginning. He stated it as he's seen it and he knew. That's what I'm talking about, not opinions. Of course, opinions can change, but he's stating it as a fact that he's seen the video and he could confirm. And then he's changing again and then again. Like it's just nonstop, especially with Seth.
And I'm going to go on a little thing here too. Like, I think it's important to get out of your bubble. Okay. So I think it's important to take everything in. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Reddit. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere. Right. And I don't stay on one platform. Right. I move around, and I think it's when you're in your own little bubble of, let's say, YouTube or TikTok, and you don't expand out, I think you get a really narrow view. And I think, I mean, do what you want, but I think it's important to consider all sources, even though some of them might be total garbage. But it's easier to take all of it in. I'm not. I mainly just read. I don't really participate a lot, but I just take everything in. I try to maintain kind of a low profile. Gangsters Whisper, you guys, right? That's like my whole thing, Gangsters Whisper.
Right.
So I just think it's important to take things in, even though like you might not like Reddit or you might not like Twitter or whatever. I don't have a Twitter account. Grow up, get a fucking Twitter account. Come on, guys. You got to take everything in. Expand your horizons a little bit. Every day I check Reddit, I check Twitter, I check Facebook, I check multiple times a day. And I just think it's important to take that all in and not be so tribal about it. Like, I'm not going to TikTok. I'm not going to YouTube. I'm not going. It's crazy. It's giving boomer. Dude. High five, Stephanie.
I'm just
I
like,
totally
then
agree.
don't go, motherfucker. Don't go.
Oh God. I don't. And no, I'm not. I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just saying, like, take it all in. Unless you're totally okay with having your bubble, and that's fine too. And that's fine too. So yeah, let's keep going. I'm really enjoying the comments, you guys. I'm loving this. For a while, it was hard for me because I feel so disconnected from the community. Where on TikTok, it's like ingrained. It's part of the app. But now I'm kind of getting used to it. So, see, you just have to be open minded.
Well, and I think you get used to one app and then it's hard to get really into another one. But,
Yeah.
that's the way I was with Twitter. But I'm getting the hang of it. Just, you keep
The
with
only
it.
thing I don't like is on YouTube is tagging comments. Like, unless you're at a PC,
Yeah.
on a mobile, it sucks. I don't know why they don't do that. Why don't they fix that?
Yeah, so if I ever respond to y'all and I'm on my phone, I'm just gonna put in, I'm not gonna add anybody. I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, Lake Girl,"
Yeah.
or
Right.
Pam,
Right.
and you
Stephanie,
might see, or you might
like,
not. Yeah.
right. If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's not my fucking fault, right? All right, let's keep going. Dude, we're only fucking 2 minutes into this and we keep fucking talking.
I'll keep us on track. Don't worry.
But I am surprised at how deep that part of the ditch is. So Crabtree called me when he was over here doing drone footage for the
As she
mob crew.
pauses again to start
Fuck off.
talking about
You know what? I'm just trying to listen. I think it's important. Like, Crabtree he went over there and did drone footage for the mob crew. And he called me and he's like, Bobby. And he's like, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? And he goes, this ditch is deep. I was like, really? Really? I was really surprised by that.
It does, and where they go further back, it looks deeper back there.
Yeah.
Than it does right here up at the front.
It really does, you guys.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
And he's like, I'm in shape. And he was like, kind of like, he's like, I'm a fatty, but I'm kind of in shape. I was laughing. It was pretty funny. I think he did, Brenda. I think he said about that. He showed me the measurement that he did with his like laser. And I think it was like 4 feet. Yeah. So there's cops. Look at that. Oh, this is fascinating to me. I watched the Delphi helicopter footage over and over and over and over again. This car's like, I don't know. Should I go around him? What's going on here? Okay. Hope he had his blinker on.
I hope he had his blinker on.
So they've got some solar power of some kind going on. So there's the construction site, right? Right, JR, right. Oh, me too, Brenda. I'm from Detroit. I miss Brick. Yeah. And there's the high school. Okay. There's cops at the high school. See it right there? Boom.
Yeah.
Now, did they close school the next day? Didn't I hear that?
Well, it doesn't look like it.
It sure doesn't. It sure the fuck doesn't.
Shit.
Okay, so this is the Shackle Island volunteer fire station. And this is where the Sumner County mobile. I am from Detroit, Rock City. I'm from Wyandotte. Born and raised in South Detroit.
I didn't even know I had my camera on.
Fuck. Well, I don't have our avatars up there.
Oh,
so you're
good.
Yeah, the construction site is done. Like, the neighborhood is built. This is the Shackle Island volunteer fire station. And this is where the Sumner County Mobile Command Unit is. And it's pretty impressive, you guys. It's So watch this. This is pretty good. This is where the search and rescue like command center is for Sebastian. And that big RV thing, bus thing, is the command center, the Sumner County Mobile Command Center. And it's impressive. They got the satellite up there for their internet, their link, you know, right? It is a lot of cars. Yeah. Just wait. Just wait. You're going to see all these fucking horses and shit. Dude, it's wild. I think they're taking like a lunch break because they got like plates in their hands. And it says right there, Command Center, Sumner County. I think, Miss Fletcher, I heard that he got kicked. I don't know. I think so. I think so. I think they did, Jan. I'm pretty sure. If they did, we wouldn't know about it. This guy's just trying to eat his lunch and have a cigarette. He did. Brent from the ranch. Yes, he did. No, Velma. But you can see the trailers for the horses. The horse trailers and stuff. Now, it's my I know, RJ. It was kind of a joke growing up, too, that they were talking about Canada in that song. But yeah, you can see the satellite. You can see it's open, expanded. They're sitting at desks. They're logging everything. They're running the search and rescue from this command center. And that's the Sumner County. It's very impressive. Those mobile command centers are sick. I got to go inside one at CrimeCon. It was so dope. It was in London, but still, same fucking thing.
It's so, like, scary that we could have technology that's like this mobile command center and all of these people and everything and still get nowhere. You know what I mean?
know,
Like, still get
I
nowhere
know.
finding him. It's, like, so sad.
I know. JC, wouldn't that be something? And look how close it is to their neighborhood. Yeah, Steven said that horses were some of the horses that were doing the searches, you're going to see them here soon, broke their legs because the terrain is so rugged. Now, we're going to see the actual people searching. Right now, we just saw people, taking a lunch break. But they had like food trucks out there. They were feeding the police and the fire departments and I'll show it here after we're done, but they had every unit of the police force. They had SWAT. They had narcotics. They had all kinds of different units out there searching. It wasn't just like the regular police department. It was all units. Hands on fucking deck for this kid. I know, Cindy. I know. All this and nobody's not one. Well, that we know of, I should say. Oh, okay. You know what? Unique boot. Okay. I'll get to that when we get there, Unique. I got made fun of so hard in Clues Live. With the cows. Oh my God. I'll explain it when we get there. I was like, what is that? And Cletus was like, those are cows. What do you mean? What is that? I was like, I don't know. This was the 27th. Yeah. If you want to watch this video, I have a copy of it on my channel. And you're free to use it. And obviously, it's not mine. So do whatever you guys want with it. Right, Salty. Given what we know, which is almost nothing, that's the only thing we can come up with right now. Now, there might be something that we don't know that makes us completely wrong about that theory. But I really wanted to show this so that everybody gets the impression of the urgency. This is footage from February 27th, the day after Sebastian went missing, of the rescue efforts. There's a copy of it on my YouTube. Can a mod check the chat? I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm not worried about it. I don't see anything.
I'm like, what, I'm a mod. What's up? What am I looking for?
Don't worry about it.
Don't take my fun away. I'm just kidding. I was watching. I don't see anything.
I don't see anything either. I'm just gonna
Oh, okay.
But if
He's
you're
not
being,
even in here.
if you're being disrespectful in here, I'm gonna call you out. So just don't.
Everybody's welcome here. I just don't want any fighting, guys. Come on. This is about Sebastian. This is not like drama stuff.
Okay. I see. There's Thor. Come on, mods. Check the chat. Okay. Thor's comments, apparently. People are letting us know. Okay, well, let me go back and look at Thor's comments.
I just want this to be where everybody can come, whether you... Okay, look at the horses. Look at that. And there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of these horses, you guys. They are not fucking around. They were really looking for him. Courtney Fuller. I don't know who that is. Okay, everybody ignore. Oh, really, JR? And like, that's a cowboy. Look at, he's got chaps on, y'all. Look at him. It's a fucking cowboy. He's got a cowboy hat on, chaps. He's probably a volunteer, right? And this terrain is really, really rugged. And there's places horses probably shouldn't go, right?
What's interesting is that it was made to feel like in the beginning of this, like it was made to feel like they weren't doing these things, wasn't it?
Right.
Like
it really was.
They made us feel like for some reason this was not like the Cajun Navy had to get involved, the people had to get involved because nobody was looking for him. But it looks like everybody's looking for him.
It really does, right? I'm
confused.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like interesting to see the narrative that we were spun.
Now, does this mean that they searched thoroughly or did grid searches? I don't know, but I can tell you the presence out there was pretty heavy, right? Oh, Niho, are you streaming to your channel? Because when you type it goes twice. That's interesting.
I'm streaming mine too.
No, it's not me.
Oh.
I'm streaming mine.
Okay, cool. Good.
I figured it out, and I guess it's working.
Cool. Good. Look at him. Look at him. That's a fucking cowboy, y'all. That is a cowboy.
Wait, you're making me laugh with this cowboy thing.
Oh, I love that, though.
I love it. I love it. No, I
used to
absolutely
ride
love
horses like that.
That cowboy's like, ma'am, I'm gonna find this kid, and I bet you he fucking tried.
He sure did.
They're looking on the ground. They're looking in the creek beds. They're looking,
Right, Donna. She's like, "That's a cowboy. That's a fucking cowboy." I'm laughing. She goes, "You're a city
look
girl,
at okay.
Look
at see that I was in the box with Clue, and I was like, "What is that?" And she goes, "Those are fucking cows. Bitch." And I was like, "What?"
Oh my
There's just
god.
cows. But no, like there's just
You're
cows out there.
Yes. That's on somebody's property. You can see the
There's just
fences and
cows.
stuff like
There's
that.
just
We got cows for days.
Days we have cows.
That is
out
so
here.
interesting. Now, is there a bull?
a bull.
Those are probably like brood mares, like cows.
Okay, this is not. We're not doing that one.
Can you say
Oh,
a bull
we're not
again?
doing that. Yeah.
Body?
Bull.
I'm just wondering. No, I'm being serious. Like, could Sebastian? He loves animals, right?
Oh, that's
Did he
Oh.
like cows? Did he maybe go over there?
There's likely not a bull in that circle.
Okay.
probably
okay.
not.
Well,
And
so listen, you
The
guys.
mom,
I
girl
live in
cows
Las
wouldn't hurt 'em.
Vegas. I live in Las Vegas. We don't have cows out here. Like,
Well,
well, we
that-
do, but like
That's funny.
they're not just like on the side of the road. Like, look there's a road right there, and there's just cows
Yeah.
sitting there. Like, we don't have that. Like, that doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
And I grew up on the West Coast, in fucking concrete jungle Detroit. Like, where
Yeah.
am I going to see a fucking cow?
I guess that's true.
Right. So it's interesting to me that there's just cows chilling there, and it stands out. Like, oh my god. What the
See, I
hell?
wouldn't have even thought twice about the cows if you didn't like bring it up. Cows everywhere over here.
It's so cool. It's so cool. There's my cowboy. Look at him.
That's likely a deputy.
He's wearing fucking chaps, you guys. Look at the leather on his pants. This guy is legit.
No,
This
wait a
guy
second.
is a legit.
You do like most people wear chaps when they ride Western style on horses.
I don't know that.
Like I did when I would ride my horse, I would wear
Really?
chaps. Yeah. It's
Okay.
to keep good
Okay.
grip on your legs, on the leather to the leather, to keep like good grip on your saddle.
Well, how come nobody else is wearing chaps? That's a fucking look at him. He's got a
I don't know,
cowboy
'cause
hat on
they're-
and everything.
They're not as official as he is.
Oh, he just took it off and
Oh, Coco rode English. She was an English girlie. Not me.
All my niece wrote English. Look at all them cows.
I couldn't
just-
ride
I-
English with
very
that little
cool.
ass saddle. I don't know how you guys stayed on the horse with that little ass saddle.
Is he the head cowboy? I love him. This is not. I'm not being. I really do like that. I do. Okay, now so we're back in the neighborhood. I lived in Monroe for a while, but I mean, I was a little kid, dude. It might be. I wonder if that is Brent. I don't know. God, that's beautiful, though, isn't it? You guys, it's such a beautiful area of the country.
It really
I
is. It
I would
really is.
love to go there. I would love to go there. I thought chaps were like a costume.
No. No, but people are right. I actually misspoke because I had leather on the inside of my pants, my riding pants, and that's what I was thinking of. That was like leather to leather. The chaps are on the outside for like when you're riding like through stuff, like trail riding or like going through like brush and things like that. I just saw that. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. It's been a long time, guys, since I've been on a horse.
That trail there, where does that go? And a lot of this too is private property, right? Like, we know from Elijah that they searched public land, and they searched the area where he was found, but they only searched the public land. They didn't search private land, right?
No, but
They
they did
didn't?
ask all of, the people to search their yards and crawl spaces
Yeah,
and
but if I did something to Sebastian, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I searched my shit. Right? I'm gonna be like, yeah, I there's nothing here.
yeah, that's why I
It,
believe within 7 days they scaled back and it became an investigation.
but I just wonder. It's all private right there, Heather. Okay. Now, what are these little ditches here? Yesterday, I was like, I wonder what the fuck is it? It's those little graveyards. What are those?
I don't know. I was wondering that too. Anybody, can you tell us in the chat? What is that?
What's the?
It's like little dirt patches, it looks like.
Okay, it's
Mhm.
not
It
playing
could be.
now for
It
some
could be
reason.
hay, maybe. Maybe.
yeah,
Oh,
it could be
hey. Okay.
Yeah, it could
Maybe.
be.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. But I mean, these guys have got their little golf carts and RTVs out and ATVs, and you know. Hi, Diane. I know, Elijah. My heart broke. I just. Ugh. But they searched that area Elijah was in. But he was on private property. See that little ditch there? That oh fuck it. You know what, Clue? I just told that story. I
So
was
they're
like,
right here beside
I'm a
where
dumb bitch.
on our other map, aren't they? On
Yes.
the other side of this tree line.
They're on the other side. Yeah.
To the gate, the locked gate.
The locked gate, right.
Right. Well.
Look at the cemetery. See the cemetery there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I asked, I think I asked Clue and Cletus yesterday. I'm like, do you guys know if kids would go there and smoke and take their emo pictures like I did when I was a kid,
Right.
And it because of the proximity to the high school, you can see the football field over to the right. I'm sorry, the left.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, kids go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys if you guys haven't gone and watched Clue's video of her and Cletus driving around in the dark with the gate and stuff, please do. It's really good. It's really good. Cletus even got out with a flashlight. It's pretty compelling. These people are not filming. Yes, it is, Julester. It's News 5 Nashville. Down in my little ticker, it'll tell you where to find it you can find it also on my channel. I made a copy of it from Facebook. I couldn't find it on their YouTube. I know. Yeah, JC, they did a good job. They did a great job. But this guy's looking. He's out there. He's not filming. He's not live on fucking Facebook. He's driving. He's focused. He doesn't know he's on camera right now. He's genuinely looking for Sebastian. You know what, Stephanie? I'm starting to think that he's close. So, okay, stop. Let me go back. This is important. Hold on, you guys. Okay. You see this trail that leads to this area, in between the two bushes there?
Mm-hmm.
That's the gate.
Right.
And that's Ward Road or Ward Street. that Clue talks about in her video, and we talked about it, and I mean, I think it's very, 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 very plausible. Given what we know, which again is very little, you know, I think it's incredibly plausible. For a long time, my theory was the flashlight video was him and or possibly a friend, quote unquote friend, somebody, right? That snuck him off in a car. But now that I talked to Clue about this, I'm starting to think that, this could be something. I'm super open-minded.
Okay, Jan, I'll watch for it.
Yeah, me too. I think they are going to check it. I mean, I know people are out there looking. And I think when the leaves come down, I think there's going to be some movement. But that trail, you guys, this little trail leads right to the retention pond where the dogs hit and jumped in. And oh, you are you going to go out with Crab and Fisher, Clue? I saw Cletus out there today, and they are not wearing orange vests. I was like, Cletus, what a fuck. You guys all think I'm a city slicker.
No, I agree. They need to make a stop at Tractor Supply and get some orange vests, okay?
Yes, come on. No, that's good. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are doing that. So that trail leads right to that retention pond.
And I know it looks like a long way, but we calculated that yesterday, didn't we? And it's not even a quarter of a mile from the house.
No, it's really 1,300 feet.
Yeah, it's not far, y'all. It looks like it is, but it's really not.
Yeah, that street goes to that market, right? Or that gas station. I'm really excited to hear how it goes tomorrow with the search. Like I'm really hopeful, you guys. I don't know if it's something in the air. There's the command center, right? There's the mobile unit. Look at all that. I mean, it's so impressive. Sumner County, in my opinion, showed the fuck up. I wish they were more successful, obviously, but I do get the impression that they were taking it pretty seriously.
Angie, so there was the dogs did pick up on a scent, and it ended at the retention pond.
Okay, Marie says there was even more there on Wednesday. So this is Tuesday, the 27th. So Marie is saying, and she has Marie TN, so I'm assuming she's from the area. No, it was not debunked. The dogs did hit at the pond, and there was a trail. And I do believe that construction was halted. While this was going on. Yeah, Cindy, maybe. Yeah, that's for sure a possibility. Yep, EchoSearch was out there, yep. And it's my understanding, I was informed that EchoSearch cleared 44 ponds. Now, me not knowing a lot about search and rescue, I'm learning, thought they drained all those ponds and searched them. But that's not what happened. What they do is they search them with drones. But they cleared 44 ponds. And I've only got 23 ponds marked on my map. So they cleared a lot of fucking ponds. But the retention pond near the construction site where the dog jumped in was drained. But it was only like knee deep. Oh, there's another cowboy. Maybe Salty. Maybe. Maybe they're really confident that was him. Right? So maybe that's why the flyer says that. God, those horses are gorgeous, aren't they?
They are. And he is looking.
There is also a private search for any teachers who could make it. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, EquiSearch came on a bear? There's bears in those woods? Seriously?
Really?
Like legit bears? Wow. I learned from a lady named Anna that horses that are doing these searches actually look. Did you guys know that? I did not know that.
No, I didn't know that. I just noticed the rider and how he is really scanning the area.
Oh, there's my cowboy. Look at him.
Head.
With his chaps.
Yeah.
You do not have ligers. Shut the fuck up. Wow, interesting. Okay. So there's just bears just walking around. That's crazy.
Body.
Dude, it's wild. We have like coyotes and shit, and that's like it. You know, we have wild horses. We've got a lot of wild horses.
Some motherfuckers are roaming everywhere.
But look at, he's in the creek bed. This cowboy is not fucking around. Clue, I would literally die within an hour. I would fucking pass out. I'd be like, I need a cigarette. I need a margarita. Get me the fuck out of here. I cannot deal. Like, I get bit by a bug, I'm passing the fuck out.
Like, I need a fucking bong loan right now.
I need a fucking pre-roll. Let's go.
Me and Neha are going to try to talk her into taking that flight.
Oh, man. Are you guys a state where it's allowed? Where
I
the
don't
pre-rolls
know.
are allowed?
I don't know.
I don't go nowhere I can't do it. I did go to Malaysia for 2 months and I fucking hated it. I couldn't do shit.
I was about to say, be quiet, girl. You went through the motherfucking trenches.
And you saw how much I was crying too. I cried every fucking 10 minutes.
Don't give a fuck, you still made it.
It's not allowed. Okay, well, I ain't going to fucking Tennessee. I would be so unhelpful. I'll run the command center, okay? I'll run the walkie-talkie at the command center. Oh, Angie, that's what I would do. Yeah. Like, even the helicopter, you guys, is like looking, right? Like, the news stations are looking. They did this in Delphi too. And in Delphi, we actually learned where the crime scene was because the police photographers were using flash photography in the middle of the woods. And so sometimes these helicopter videos can tell you things that, you know, the police won't. Right? So that's one of the reasons I kind of wanted to watch this was together. Because, you know, I'm really lame and I believe in community and crowdsourcing and stuff. And shit, Rapunzel might see something that we all missed, right? Unique Boutique might find something. She'd be like, wait, back that shit up. Right? Sometimes watching things together and crowdsourcing things is so important. I mean that I'm kind of like Pollyanna about it. I really believe in the power of crowdsourcing. Oh, honey, I would die in Minnesota. Bears? Well, no, absolute. Well, I'd like some foxes. I am a cougar. Wow. So you can see the high school in the back. There's Ward Street, right? I'm pointing at my screen like you can fucking see me, idiot. Dude, I have a dispensary 50 feet from my house.
Rubbing in.
Mm-hmm. See, but with Delphi, what they did was they locked arm in arm. Okay, look at this, the overlay. Isn't that cool as hell? These are the streets. And like, I think that's hella cool. That's so fucking cool.
Hey, Leopard. Speaking of Snoop, The Voice comes on tonight, and Snoop is on it.
Well, that Ward Street, I don't know. I'm really... Could he have snuck out to meet somebody at the graveyard? I don't know, whatever. A car picked him up, and that's why the retention... That's why he stopped there, right?
Could be, but...
Dude, a baby bear would be so cute. I want a baby hippo. I'm obsessed with Modang. Do you guys know who Modang is? I'm
Yes,
obsessed with this fucking hippo.
I am too.
I'm obsessed
best.
with her. Obsessed. That fucking
And these
hippo.
little baby
oh my
otters
God.
keep coming up on my TikTok.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I can't stand it. Someone told him to leave. Yeah, agreed. And I said that from the beginning. I'm like, he didn't bring his phone because like whoever it was could have been like, oh, don't worry about it. I got a brand new one for you. Or you don't bring that because we're gonna hang out at the graveyard and like drink a beer. You don't want your mom knowing your location. You know what I mean? Like there's any number of reasons he wouldn't have brought his phone. Yes, absolutely, Steph. 100% possible. Yeah, right. Exactly, a predator. 100%. You have to understand, you have to remember Sebastian wanted friends, right? We learned that from Chris and Katie. He wanted friends for his birthday. He asked for friends for Christmas. Maybe. And I will say I'm autistic, and generally speaking, we are very trusting. We are very, very trusting. I've gotten myself into so many situations because I'm too trusting. I need like a protector, and I don't have one. Sebastian wasn't tied to a phone like most teens. All parents would have to remind him to grab it. I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, Angela, I feel ya. I don't really know much about Uncle Taco. I've kind of stayed away from that shit show a little bit, but I think
I do.
I'm not
Uncle
doing...
Taco is a wacko.
Yeah, that's what I've gathered.
Look at that, y'all. Look at, there's my cowboy with the chaps on. Look at him. He's opening the gate. What's that gate? Yes, like a plan. I also think Robin... Let me show that. Yeah. That guy's a fucking stud. He's all over the fucking place with those chaps on his little fucking cowboy hat. He wants
And
me
his
to
little
come
fucking
through
cowboy
real
hat.
quick. I love it. But look at how dense those trees are. Those are like, but look how bare they are at the bottom, right? I think Cletus was talking about these trees the other day and how they're bare at the bottom. And I think he said that there might be issues with thermal on this kind of thing because the thermal might not be able to penetrate those leaves and stuff. But I can't remember exactly. I'd have to go rewatch it. Yeah, meeting on a gaming app is entirely possible. Or he could have met somebody at school or, at the gas station or, bowling, anywhere. I mean, I feel like Chris and Katie kept a pretty good eye on him, but he's also a teenager, right? I mean, shit. That's the News 5. He said, yes, it can't get through the canopy. Yes, that's what he said, right? You have to have line of sight. Okay. I think he's either close, and that's why nobody saw him. I'm so stupid. Of course it's one or the other. He's either close because nobody saw him or he got in a car. Now, Clue and Cletus, when I was talking to them on the phone, they had mentioned they were going to go to the school and look for cameras and stuff. And I think they did. And there was nothing that would have seen that area back there, if I remember correctly. You think he's close, Sassy? Yeah, he could have been targeted, sure. Dude, that cowboy is impressive. Did you see the chaps he was wearing? And he's like hopping off his horse and opening up the gates and like, he's all over. I've seen him 3 times already, or maybe 4 times. And he took off his cowboy hat and like tipped it up at a woman. That was some fucking fancy shit. Save a horse, around a cowboy.
I was about to say, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
He was. Oh, yeah. You don't think he made it home from Texas Roadhouse? Yeah, CJ. He wanted friends. He asked for friends for his birthday. He asked for friends for Christmas. He had a couple friends at school. But look at all this land they have to cover, you guys. That's a lot of fucking land. Listen, I'm gay as fuck, but that cowboy is hot. Okay?
You got everybody thinking you want you a cowboy.
Do we know for sure he went back home after Texas Roadhouse? So we're pretty certain, yeah. Yeah.
No matter who you are, everybody wants to fuck a cowboy, okay?
There's the command center again. And those are all the volunteers, because that's the Shackle Island volunteer fire department area. You know what? That's true, Leopard. That's true. He could have a ranch that I could fucking live at and get my little animal rescue going. Shit. I'd be willing to do a little sucky for that.
I'm telling you, the cowboy effect. It's the cowboy effect.
I cannot, man.
You're done.
You're done.
Help me out. Thanks.
No,
You're done, son.
Angela, I don't think there's any proof. There is video footage of someone taking the trash out, and the only one that we've heard from about that is Chris and Katie have said that Sebastian took the trash out, and Seth said he saw the video and it does resemble Sebastian. So we're fairly certain. I've asked numerous times if the clothes Sebastian was seen wearing on camera at Texas Roadhouse were in his room. Because if they are, that proves he came home. The private investigator, Heather, said she was on Web Sleuths, or who was she on, Smiley maybe, and she said yes when I asked that question, but then she backtracked and said, I don't know. So I've not gotten a straight answer on that. Right, I've heard that too, Nursey, that they were given to law enforcement. But again, I don't. Yes, it's dated that day. Yeah, the video. Here's the thing. KP and CP said that information, right? And because there's, everybody's suspecting them and everybody's suspecting Seth or what, it's really hard to know what's true and what's not, right? I would love to know from an external source if law enforcement has those clothes. Yeah. Skylord says, yes, law enforcement has those clothes. How do we know that? I believe they do, but how do we know that?
Karen, I see your comment. I'm not sure what you're referring to, though. She says, something just came across my screen on YouTube. Said, this is for you, buddy. I don't know what that means.
What? I'm not sure.
Body, I was just thinking though, even if the clothes were there, it doesn't
They
mean
do.
that
Okay.
Sebastian came home. It just means his
That's true.
clothes came home.
That's true. That's true. Is somebody being mean to me? I hope not, because I'll cry like a bitch.
Nobody's being
Someone's
mean.
being mean. I'm fucking going after them. Where they at?
Nobody's
teasing.
being mean, girl.
Look at that barn. Wow. Thank you, Sane. Oh, they saw a cowboy. Look at the cemetery, y'all.
I think
Okay.
they just saw something on like their For You page and it said body or something.
There were a lot of things that Jennifer Coffindoffer and Dog said that were actual bullshit. Like literally bullshit.
Literally
The entire
insane.
fucking interview.
So wait, Dan had a good point. Somebody said that the other day that Seth couldn't verify that it was Sebastian that took the trash out, right?
Correct.
That he couldn't make it out. He wasn't sure who it was.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Let me go get a treat for my dog. You guys can continue. Okay, Yogi.
Look at that view.
That's what he says. It was too dark to see, but he knew it was him. Yeah. Yeah. He said, didn't he say it had the same like mannerisms as Sebastian? I think that's what he said. I haven't gotten to that part in my spreadsheet. I'm working my way back and boy, it's a lot. I'm glad that Nick the Hat and Dog and whatnot have calmed the fuck down because I don't have to log all that shit.
No, that's right. Lord have mercy.
Lord.
Mm.
Yeah, Pam, like their gate. Hi, Mary. Yeah, the same mannerisms. I think that's what he said. Yeah. Same gate, right. So, by all accounts, Sebastian came home that night. But right now, all those trees are full and, thriving. It's very dense, this area. And if he got in a car and, I mean, he could be. I hate to think about that. But I'm gonna go back to those. It's over now, you guys. I want to go back to this real quick. This is. I think this is kind of important, you guys. Sebastian's reward poster. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $50,000 for information leading to the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers.
Didn't it
Elijah's.
say some other details too, though?
No. Oh, it does in the details
Like
and
it was
stuff.
connected to.
Yeah. I'm only getting the reward part.
Got you.
Only the reward part, right? Elijah, who the police suspected foul play in, says $15,000 for information leading to the location and return or the arrest and conviction of individuals involved in his disappearance.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that for Elijah has to do with like shortly after that, those two were arrested for abuse. So
Right.
I think
It
it
gives
was
me a
fair to say, if you
right.
guys know any individuals that are involved.
It gives me a lot of hope. And we know that law enforcement has said that they, at this point, what they've told us is that they don't suspect foul play, right? And both sets of parents are cooperating with law enforcement. If they suspected foul play with either parents, right, would Sebastian's reward look similar to Elijah's? That's what I'm trying to say, you guys.
Yeah, no, I get
Would
it.
would it say the arrest and conviction? Now, I've heard people say, well, it does say that. No, it doesn't. Dog the Bounty Hunter and Nick the Cat in the Hat says that.
Blues Clues with his handy dandy
But theirs
notebook.
is not their flyer is not official in any capacity. And I'm urging people that if you know or have any information on the whereabouts of Sebastian Rogers, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Do not contact Nick the Hat, who has falsified evidence in cases and went to prison for it. Angie, that's been my sticking point for a really long time. Why does Sebastian's flyer say he was last seen in the area of Stafford Court on February 26th?
Because that's some type of information they received that he was in
Yeah.
the area.
Right.
We
Right.
questioned that from the very beginning.
Yep, exactly, Clue. Exactly. It says whereabouts.
Maybe Blues Clues with his handy dandy notebook has the answer.
Listen, if Nick the Hat and Dog the Bounty Hunter are effective, then I'm going to applaud. For real. But I'm going to tell you right now, a lawyer graduating from the University of Phoenix 2 weeks ago, taking online classes and barely passing the bar, is going to be able to poke holes in any evidence they come across. So it actually could, I'm not saying it will, but in my opinion, could impede justice if something happened to Sebastian and they fucking find the evidence. I'm really like,
agreed.
The mob guy says he has crucial information. Can't share it yet. They live with dog on YouTube. Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it the mob too, Karen? Maybe, Mel. Now, we don't know of any ransom or, and that's another reason too that it's so hard. You have a missing child, right? Imagine somebody called Katie Proudfoot, okay, and was like, "I know where your son's at. You have to give me $25,000."
So what if
Like,
the reward is more of a ransom?
maybe. Yeah. I mean, just imagine how awful that would be. Like, here's what I want to say. I think we need to extend a little bit of grace to both Chris and Katie Proudfoot and Seth Rogers. They have a missing child. I feel they both love him and miss him. And if, we know Seth is very active on social media and he says a lot of fucking weird shit. And like, we all know that. We all know that. But we don't really know when he goes to bed at night what he's thinking about. Is he thinking about where Sebastian? Like, maybe that's all he can think about, and that's why he's just all over the place. I lost my dog for an hour, and I was a lunatic. I called Indy, and I was crying. She was like, "Bro, settle down." I was freaking the fuck out. This is a child. I cannot fucking imagine. I don't know. I'm just trying to remind people that these are humans that are dealing with grief, and not everybody deals with grief in the same way. So they didn't alter the flyer, they created a new one. If you guys remember Crime Sleuthin', do you guys remember Crime Sleuthin'?
Oh,
And
look
that
at Clue's comment.
I just saw it.
show. Bitch.
No, you didn't.
Stop it. Did you do a FOIA? I can't. Oh, girl. Oh my God.
Oh, I want to see it.
Did I start a GoFundMe? Please return lemon to my No, I didn't.
JR
Okay.
live on the other night.
Oh, Clue. Are you gonna play it tomorrow?
Oh, dang.
No, let's go play that shit right now. I'm just kidding.
For real. What?
We ready to see that? Woo.
I'm ready to see that, honestly.
Of course.
Listen. Okay, good. I'll be I turned on notifications for your live, so I'll get it and I'll get a notification. Anyway, doesn't being upset come in ways. I think so. You know what though, Stephanie, my opinion of Katie Proudfoot is that she's broken.
Yes, really
like a shell, kind of a shell, right? Like,
yeah, I agree. We haven't even really seen her that much, to be honest. In my opinion, we've seen her a handful of times. Not like we have other people too. I
know Elijah was found. I was comparing the wording of the reward. Let's go back to this slide because I love this slide. But anyway, I just wanted to show that and go over it with you guys tonight. I didn't want to be in here too long, so I don't like having like 4-hour lives. I really appreciate. No, it's okay, Brittany. You're fine, hon. I really appreciate everybody coming, and please, when you're out there on the Twitter streets, the TikTok streets, the YouTube streets, whatever, remember, try to keep it about Sebastian. If you want to talk about the trauma, certainly you're more than welcome to do that. But at least in my channel, let's try to keep it Sebastian focused. And that's it. That's it.
Clue, any idea when you might be doing this special?
Probably tomorrow.
Live?
She said tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, damn.
We're like, we might stay up late for that.
You go to
Right.
Okay, sounds good. That sounds good.
the bell, click the little bell and say notifications and turn on all the notifications, and you'll get like a notification when she goes live.
So y'all make sure you keep an eye out for Clues Live tomorrow.
And one
Mhm.
more thing, if you know about, where Sebastian is, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. If you have information, there is a $50,000 reward. Please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. That's all. I can't stress
Bobby,
that
she
enough, you
said she's
guys.
gonna email it to you real fast.
Bitch.
Yes.
Maybe we could have a
Bitch, you
trust.
know you
maybe
better
we
be
could-
up in Group B.
I'm not
girl.
gonna.
You better
I
go.
promise I won't play it. I mean, this is your thing. I'm not gonna play it.
Can
Yeah,
you play it for
But
Group B?
I do want to see it.
No, fuck that. Can you play it for Group B? What the hell?
Yeah, I'm just not gonna play it live, is what I'm saying.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
that's fine.
Oh, just a picture. Okay, perfect. That's great.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we go. Do you want me to put it up, Clue? Do you want me to put it up or no? I'll put it up if you want me to. But I won't if you don't want me to. Sure. Okay. Well, okay, give me a sec. I gotta transfer
Right.
it.
Here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Presents. All right, let me go get it. Save image as BHB. Let me open that biatch. Let me zoom that shit in. Oh, I love the watermark. That's so cool. Okay. Let me come back. My dog is very upset, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we leave tonight, we want to give you an exclusive preview of what you'll see tomorrow evening on Clumati's.
Yeah, right.
Take a good look.
So you can see her getting put in. She's not wearing one of those green shirts. She's not wearing one of those green shirts. Stop it. Zigzag. If you go to my About section on YouTube, I have a link tree. And in the link tree, it's the very first link, and it says Sebastian Rogers spreadsheet, I think is what it says. And from that spreadsheet, you can see the timeline. And then there's also a link to another spreadsheet of all the interviews the parents have done. Oh, they were white. Okay, Lake Girl. Gotcha. I thought they were green. Oh, that's right. They had the cute. They were cute. They had the cute Sebastian cartoon with them on the motorcycle. Yeah. I thought they were cute.
Yeah, they were.
All right, I really do have to go because my dog is losing his shit. So I gotta go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys later. Bye.